Hi, I'm Dean Walker with Fiberbuilt Range Mat Systems. I'm here today to introduce you to one of the finest golf products made in the driving range industry. Fiberbuilt has been around for 45 years. Over 20 years manufacturing different component systems for the driving range industry. We have numerous products, and today I'm going to introduce you to one of the finest. This is a continuous tee line that looks spectacular, and every single piece is removable and replaceable for your golf club. When you're looking at a continuous tee system, you need something with less maintenance, and you need something that's inviting to the golfer so the golfer knows where to stand. If you have no definition when the golfers are walking up, it's dangerous. If you have a golfer walking up to something that's continuously green and you don't have a nice ball tray, tee divider, or a ball tray down here, the golfer doesn't feel safe whether he's right-handed or left-handed walking up to a stall. What I like about Fiberbuilt's system here is they have the ball trays built into the continuous tee line here. So you get the dividing parts, you get the stance mat in here, you get the hitting surfaces in here, you get right-handed, left-handed, all the stalls are right and left-handed. You really get a great presentation. One of the other challenges with a continuous tee line is what do you put it onto? If you're going to be laying it down on asphalt or cement or brick, you're typically going to be spending $15 to $25 a square foot just to lay that down. Plus, once it's laid down, it's down permanently. What Fiberbuilt has done is put this system into a rubber foundation that is a module system that can be 6 feet or 4 feet wide and run for 100 feet, 120 feet, and every single piece is put together like a puzzle and can be replaced. There's lots of options to give your golf course a fresh new look every year. The problem with a continuous tee line is this. Typically when you lay it down, you think there's no maintenance, and there's always maintenance on a continuous tee line. Whether you're putting sand in it or rubber, or if you have just a synthetic product, it's going to wear out in certain areas a lot faster than the rest of it. The only way to get rid of that worn out look is to replace the whole thing. So now a lot of golf clubs are forced to spend another 15, 20 grand and do the full replacement. Now most golf courses can't afford that. With the Fiberbuilt system, you can replace and move the parts. You can replace the stance mat, replace the hitting area, or rotate it around numerous times to get multiple seasons. It can last 3 to 5 times longer than any other continuous tee system. That's why this system is one of the best systems in the continuous tee line that I've seen today.
What we had in mind was something that didn't look as segmented and more continuous, I guess is the word, and that could be improved on a year-to-year basis or biannually by taking pieces out and putting fresh pieces in and not having to replace the whole thing. Fiberbuilt has allowed for both of those objectives to be achieved. You know, we had to try and create the most realistic artificial setup that we could. The feel on the actual iron hitting surface does, you know, mimic what goes on in the fairways, so we just weren't achieving that before. From a presentation standpoint, taking a member out to fit clubs, it's just more professional.
Well, personally, I like the look is the biggest thing for me. I think it's really a clean look, and if when we were looking at installing a new range system, we wanted something that was as natural as we could get it, and I think we achieved that with the Fiberbuilt system. And we were able to custom design it and work together and get it done. And that was what I liked about it. When we installed it, that was a half-day process or a few hours to put it in, and after that, essentially there is no maintenance. It's relatively maintenance-free. We go through there, like I say, the only thing that we would actually have to do is blow leaves off of it, or if there was dust or something, we'd take a blower through there. So the actual upkeep of it is less than half an hour a week.
One of the most important features that Fiberbuilt has is the patented grass panels that they have designed and put into their golf mat systems. Whether it's a continuous tee line system or any of their golf mat system, their grass is unbelievable. If you haven't hit off of it, you haven't experienced hitting a true ball flight and a true feel of great grass. Most of the best golf clubs and driving ranges in the world, I'm going to tell you over 50% of them are using this fiber. And the reason being is you can hit hundreds of balls, and you want to hit hundreds of balls because it feels so good. I actually think it feels better than grass. That's why this Fiberbuilt grass is such a great product and is used by so many golf courses and research centers and club fitters all over the world. One of the great things about the Fiberbuilt Continuous Tee Line is how every every single piece on the continuous tee line is interchangeable and replaceable. Let me show you a couple little things here. First of all, the stance mat, which is right what I'm standing on. I can hit golf balls off this stance mat, but I'm going to get some wearing eventually in the hitting areas, and I can take this whole turf mat and rotate it around and put it back down and then have a brand new area to stand on each year. And it just has a 5/8 rubber on the bottom. It's just a lot harder, but it feels good on the feet. Sits into the mold, so it sits in place. Pop it back down. Also, the hitting area right here. This is a grass fiber hitting area. I can pop this up, and you can see how this places out. This is 6 feet tall. I can move this here. I can take this brand new one on the left-handed side, pop it out, and I can move this over here, put this in here, pop it down. As you can see, I got a brand new grass there. Put this one back in here, and it looks brand new again. Now you can see that this is a brand new grass hitting area, and it works great. It's good for another year. This comes in 6 foot, 5 foot, 4 foot lengths, but what it's really made up is 1 foot pieces. And you can take one piece and take it apart and rotate it around and have a brand new hitting area each year. If I take this thing and flip it upside down, what you're going to see is, like a puzzle, every 1 foot piece is a separate piece. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 1 foot pieces. In this particular case, we had another short piece on each side. They wanted a different length. Every piece here is replaceable and interchangeable. So it's like a puzzle. Take it apart, put it back together, and then in your nice area where you're hitting balls, you always have a brand new hitting area. Just a little bit of maintenance each year, and you can get 4, 5, 6 years out of this system without spending a dollar. So this one is set up for irons here. This area has a tee here, so the woods get hit off of here. We can pop that out and turn around and put a new tee in that very easily. Just like this. I can pull this thing out. I can pop this thing out. Put a new tee in here. You see it just pops in there like that. Put the tee in there, put it back in. And now I got a tee that can go up and down. I got it, the lowers up. I can put a tee on there for a short tee. I can pull it up. I got a tall tee. You can see that tee is non-breakable. You can put logos into our mats. You can stamp the club logo into the back or emboss it into the turf mat. There's some really neat options with the Fiberbuilt system. Fiberbuilt has come up with another great solution. They developed a ball tray. It's called the 325 rubber ball tray, and it was designed for the driving range mat system. But what's happened now, we've actually set this thing into the continuous tee look, and it has become a fantastic tee divider. It holds 340 golf balls. It's made of rubber, so it never wears out. You can wipe down the rubber with a little bit of arm roll. It always looks brand new. What's really neat is there's a trough on here, so this trough actually holds all the golf balls, and they don't go all over the place. They're kind of in a nice little area. It's easy to tap one up onto the mat and easy to get at it. The other thing that's really slick is there's holes underneath here, as you can see, the holes underneath here, and that's where the water drains. So water drains through this, and through our basin on the bottom, no water sits into the system. It's always draining. Now what happens when golfers walk up to the continuous tee, the balls are nicely stacked, and it gives the golfer that feeling that there's definition, so he's not worrying about hitting the golfer beside him, which a lot of times you get when you're hitting off a continuous tee system without a bit of a divider. At Fiberbuilt, we are committed to developing, manufacturing, and servicing the best solutions for the tee line industry. We understand your golfers are demanding. It is extremely important to have a good experience at your driving range. At Fiberbuilt, we know how important practice is. If you improve your training experience, you are helping golfers play a better game. Buy Fiberbuilt. I'm a golf pro. I've been around 25 years. Call them today.